Thank you for joining us for the press conference for the Notre Dame women's basketball team. We're joined at the podium by student athletes Lindsay Allen and Arike Ogunbowale. Again, if you could please just raise your hand and we will bring you a microphone. If you could also identify yourself prior to asking your question. And we will open it up with questions for the student athletes.
Evan Crane, NewCatholics.com. Can y'all talk about being back in this regional year two? And I asked Muffet if, she used it as motivation because of the loss last year, and she said not really, but she thinks just without saying it motivated you guys. Can you just each talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think it's interesting to be back here after what happened last year, and obviously because of that situation we're motivated, but also because of Bree's injury we also have a little bit of more motivation from that. And so I think coach doesn't really have to say anything to us. I think we're all self-motivated and we're all such a close team that we're all kind of on the same page.
I mean, I would have to agree with her. It's motivation in its own to try to get to a Final Four or Elite Eight or whatever, but also losing here is just a year away, and it's just really exciting to be able to be back here.
To the Austin American-Statesman, Lindsay first, Arike second. You lose maybe one of your best friends to the ACL injury. Can you talk about off the court, how you guys react to that emotionally, mentally, whatever?
Yeah, I think it was very, very tough to deal with, I think. Especially just in the moment, I think it was tough emotionally to recover from because it happened before halftime, and so we had the whole halftime period to kind of dwell on it, to kind of sit on it, so that was tough. And then, actually finding out the news, it was hard because you just feel for Bree. We're not really concerned with whether she'll be back or not. We're just really concerned with Bree as a person, and so I think that was the tough thing to kind of deal with there. But I think, Bree has been so positive about it. I don't know how she does it because I personally would be devastated, but I think seeing her and how she dealt with it, kind of makes you feel a lot better. It makes you realize that, she's taking it well, so, why can't we take it well? And just, her energy that she has is still very important for us.
I would have to agree with her. Usually people, they get down about ACL tear. I mean, anybody would, but Bree's been the same person, same personality, still petty, still sarcastic, still making jokes. So I think her energy really just lightens our day and just makes us want to win and do well for her because, she's one of our best players. So, but it's just really good that she's in high spirits, and that keeps our team, honestly, in high spirits.
Brian Rickard from the State Journal in Frankfurt. How do you think you'll adjust to it? How do you adjust to her loss on the court, and how do you think you'll do better with it now that you've had a few days to absorb it?
Yeah, I think, Coach gave us kind of a clear plan of attack, and that was good for us to be able to, have that, to be able to move on to not having her on the court. But I think, it's going to be much more open in the middle, and so I think with the guards, we're going to be able to, drive and kick more, just find our driving lanes, kick for threes, play with just kind of more open space. And just being able to read and, we'll be able to have 5 people out there who can shoot the 3 at times. And so I think that'll be really huge for us to just stretch the defense out and, be able to play our game.
What do you guys know about Ohio State and what makes them strong, and also have any indication on who will guard Kelsey in the game tomorrow? Yeah,
I think Ohio State obviously has one of the best players in the country in Kelsey Mitchell. She's incredibly tough to guard. She can shoot the 3, she can drive by you, she finishes really well, she's super fast. And so I think, and they really like to run her line transition and make her miss. So I think we're gonna have to do a great job of slowing her down and making sure that we're knowing where she is at all times.
Bob Nagel with LaCie Broadcasting. Ladies, you've had a chance this season to go against Kelsey Plum. You've had a chance to go against Lexi Brown. You went against Asia Durr. You've gone against Morissetti from Purdue. We played a lot of teams that have that one guard, that one prolific scoring guard. How important is that experience this year defensively, preparing for a player like Kelsey Mitchell?
I think it's just good practice. Those games aren't one and done, so no matter what the result, even though you always want to win, it doesn't matter. But now, I think we've had a solid 5 games against players who've had that one guard that you have to really focus on. So I think it's just great practice for us going into the game tomorrow.
Lindsay, you guys played here last year, from what I understand, but when you play at an arena this big that you don't play in very often, is there an adjustment that you have to go through as a guard, especially with the depth perception, and what can you do to get ready for that?
Yeah, I think it helps a lot, having practice and then having shoot around tomorrow before the game, and just getting a bunch of shots up as guards. We're going to focus on that a lot today, probably. Just getting comfortable out there, getting comfortable with the air quality, little things like that, the depth perception behind the basket, and just being able to kind of get a feel for the arena and just get adjusted to it.